Testing. Testing the mic. It looks to be a bit quiet. And turn that up. There we go. That's better. So he should be doing his explaining. Try Discord. Well, everybody's muted on Discord, so Discord can't be tried yet. But once people unmute, then you can let me know. But yep, this is going to be Build Babble on denalids. This is denalids thing. He's up there talking to his people currently. But what we're going to do is we have each come up with 2 sets of 3 instructions. And we're going to take turns at everybody else's different areas to build those instructions. And the twist is that we have taken the original instructions, brought them through Google Translate, through many different languages, and have babbled. Mic is too loud, get static type sound. Okay. Is that better? I've turned it down quite a bit. Is it too quiet now? Too quiet, okay. How about that? Is that better? Sounds good, okay. Well, continuing on with the explanation is it's been gone through Google Translate and babbled a bazillion times to come up with nonsense instructions. So that's what we get to build from is nonsense instructions that other people have done their build ideas through. And we're going to do this twice. It's going to be a ton of fun. This is my station. I have the pink. This is where I've started. And we're just going to wait for denalid to finish his introductions, and we will get started soon after that. So this is my first stream, so not much talk yet. And I don't know what to talk about, so we'll have a moment of silence. Hello, J-Dog. Welcome to the stream. I just got done explaining, but I'm pretty sure you know how this game is played, so just waiting for everybody else to unmute and be ready. Looks like Shield has just appeared.
I am ready.
Okay.
And I think
unmute.
I think Shield must have found my my very clever buttons. So we have this issue where in previous builds we can't quickly get there and back. So I put buttons here with a big red arrow.
Okay.
Oh,
There's
lovely.
No
Discord.
Howdy, Virgo.
Hello. I have one of my first viewers besides not counting my husband. So that's nice.
Hello, Virga. Hello, Denalid. Hello, Crumbly.
Hello. What's up?
I have made it mostly, sort of. Where's a book with Quill?
I actually still have one in my inventory from earlier.
Oh yeah, so I want to tell chat this. I at Knight's good suggestion. I was trying to find a way to do all of the translation sequences in one step. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll explain it in a minute. But the only translator that I could find that was free was Libre Translate, and it is basically Google from 20 years ago kind of level.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, it's pretty bad. Like it's ChatGPT 2.0 bad, right?
Yikes.
So I had to tone it down because it was taking the entire Babble instruction and taking it down to like 1 or 2 words in some cases. It was bad.
Ugh.
So
yeah, that does sound terrible.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I don't know. The translations were very interesting.
Oh, interesting they were.
Like, I wrote an entire paragraph and it translated to step 4. And I'm like, that would make building very challenging, in fact.
Yes, indeed.
Very simple.
All right.
Yeah, that's about what I got.
I'm gonna get your toes. No. Okay.
I handed it 3 good sized paragraphs, and it spit out "Make it black."
Make it black. Hey,
Nice.
Good song. Good song.
That was all 3 steps got
No, what did
boiled
I
down
feed? Hold
to
on.
"Make it black."
What did I feed into it? It was fantastic.
I disagreed with.
Do
I
all of
fed
you
in-
guys... Sorry, I'm asking, do you guys put all 3 steps in at once? I do it painstakingly 1 step at a time in Google Translate.
Oh, bless you.
In Google
I do all
Translate,
3 at once.
yeah, in Google Translate, I can do 3 at once.
Okay.
When I was trying to use
that.
when I was trying to use denalids tool that he's talking about, I put in all 3 steps and hit the Babble button, and it spit out "Make it black."
No,
Yeah, I usually
It didn't even
do
give
all
me
3.
3 different steps. It gave me 1 3-word statement for 3 steps.
I usually do all 3, but I actually had the same exact issue with Libre Translate. So yeah. All right.
These extra instructions are almost too long.
Yeah. All right. We will give Shield another minute, and then we'll do the intro. Since I know we have new folks in a couple of different chats, I will explain the game so that y'all aren't lost when we start.
Okay.
But we are almost there. So
Okay, we are at the point that we can do the intro, and I will finish making the other books later.
All right. Well, I'm going to stand in the middle here. Welcome in, everybody, in all the streams. Welcome to Build Babble. So the premise of this game is we have all come up with a build. We haven't actually built it, but we've written instructions for how to build it. And we took those instructions and ran them through Google Translate about 20 times. So now we have the instructions in books. We have not seen each other's instructions. We've only seen our own. And we are going to build the instructions that the other folks have provided. And we'll rotate through. So each of us is going to do 1 build step from each of the other people's builds. And if you have any questions, I'm sure that your respective streamers will be able to answer those as we go. But we have here, starting on my right, Shield, me, Denalid, Quimbly, and Virga. And I think everybody here has played the game at least once.
Yes.
But it really doesn't matter if you haven't, because it's really just chaos. And
what are we doing?
Exactly. All right, so y'all ready?
I believe so.
Absolutely not.
Okay. So for our start, we're gonna start where you put your books, and then rotate to the right. So Quimbly, you are coming to this
Going
side.
right. See you later.
And wrapping around.
It's gonna take a while. This world's not round.
It is not. Right. So if you would, go ahead and grab your first book, mute up, talk to your chat, show them what's in it, and when you're ready, unmute, and we will start the timer.
Okay, so we have start creating greenery, long grass, flowers, walkways, basic concepts. That seems fairly easy. Ooh, and there's the new fancy grasses too. So it said tall grass. We can sprinkle in some short grass. Flowers. Oh, right. I don't know if those can be put on grass, but we can add some of those. Let's do some roses. I think that's a good starting mix of stuff. Oh, we'll need a shovel to make paths. So we'll see how this goes. Want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Flowers, walkways, long grass. Okay. So now we just have to wait for the start. So, how are people doing this fine evening?
I'm ready when you all are.
I'm ready.
Ready.
Whose is this one?
Mine. Mine.
What? Just what?
I'm pretty sure this set of instructions is my absolute favorite, so.
Listen, you can't
Fair.
be confused already.
Oh, is that mine? Mine are fantastic.
Yours is fantastic, Quimbly. It's amazing.
Also, if you would check the back of your signs, you'll notice I own every single one of these builds.
Is that why there's no sign here? All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Starting the timer in 3, 2, 1, go. And remember, you have 5 minutes.
You have 5 minutes.
I do have 5 minutes. Right. So. Yeah, that's big enough.
I can get into a lot of trouble.
I just remembered a clarification.
Yep.
Okay, I was told to do that.
This is going to take a minute before I can get to the actual good part.
This is going to be an ugly build, but it is what I was told to build.
This is not my fault. Maybe it is my fault.
It's half your fault, half the instructions' fault. Probably could have taken as much time to figure out the command instead of placing all this by hand, but oh well.
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking I should probably learn how to use World Edit at some point.
Yeah, well, I don't know World Edit, but I know simple vanilla Minecraft, vanilla Minecraft fill command that I've used before. I have a harder time not being able to figure out the locations quickly enough to fill them in correctly.
Gotcha.
So that's looking pretty good.
I was not given enough direction about some of the items here, so.
Maybe that's when you have to make your own direction. Make your own choices. Be bold.
Oh, it's bold, all right.
Bold and brass.
I'm sorry about how bold this is.
Look, my instructions were too easy, so I'm improvising now.
Oh no,
Isn't that lovely? Don't you just love when the instructions are easy?
I was like, okay, the instructions are clear. I'm done. Now I get to just have fun. So that's when you end up with 17 camels. I mean, you never know what's going to happen if I get bored. Don't give me easy instructions.
Good luck to whoever has to build next, because every single block's going to be covered.
Yeah, same. We're like twins.
Yes. Easy, simple instructions. Got nothing to do but fill every block.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I mean, it looks
I wish
so
I had
sad
simple
in
instructions.
Do you have to what was it? Salute something, I can't remember. Banana sticks was still my favorite. But
yeah, banana sticks was good, and change the glory.
Change the glory, that's what it was. Don't forget to change the glory.
Cannot forget the glory changing.
Someone did not like changing the glory.
Yeah, you better change that glory right now.
Knight says, I get enough of figured out it's not that hard at work. I don't think I would make it harder either.
Make what harder?
The build.
Oh. I forgot what we were doing.
Oh, you were talking about when the builds are too easy.
Look, I can lose myself mid-sentence. You can't ask me to go back 3 sentences. Jeez.
This reminds me of that time that that Quimbley was like, "Oh, you only invite me because I'm caffeinated."
Oh, hey, there's my caffeine. I went and bought caffeine. I didn't have any. I also bought a charcuterie board.
Ooh, nice.
So I have an assortment of meats, cheese, and crackers. So, like, I feel like I'm winning at life.
That's fair.
That does sound very yummy.
I'm gonna eat my stack of crackers and salami.
I am sad. I'm very sad.
I'm sorry you don't have a charcuterie board.
No, that's not why.
You have 5 seconds left.
Ah! Doesn't work.
Time's up.
No.
Yes, it is.
No. I need more.
Don't we all? So, close up your builds.
Destroy your blocks.
That requires me getting out
I'm just
of my
going to show
build.
my chat. By the way, here's what it looks like. I hope that's right, but it's not.
Very well. Close it.
All right, so move one to the right.
Welcome
or
in,
grab one
J-Dog.
to the other side.
Take
And
it back now, y'all.
Woo!
We are taking step 2 this time.
J-Dog, these were my instructions.
Step 2.
Yep. So I'm going to mute up.
Muting.
And don't open your door quite yet.
Okay, don't miss it all. Place your laptop on the table, a black concrete screen, a gray brick keyboard, and a white concrete box. Okay. So this sounds very descriptive. So I think it should be easy. Let's just get blocks. So we'll need black concrete, gray brick, and white concrete. Okay. That's easy. It tells us what blocks to get. Black concrete, white concrete, and then let's go for stone bricks. And then let's read the book again. On the table, black concrete screen. Okay. Do we think the white concrete box is maybe a computer mouse? That's what I'm guessing it would be. Let's hope there's actually a table to set this on. Let's hope for a table. We are gonna need a table, and I don't want to build a table for myself.
All right, I'm ready. I think.
I'm ready.
I'm never ready.
I'm as ready as I'm getting. All right.
Quimbly.
Spaghetti.
Quimbly, my chat blames you for this.
My chat blames me for a lot of things.
My chat is more
Fine.
accurate than they realize because this is your instructions.
All right.
Look. Oh wait, I remember this one.
All right, y'all ready?
Yep,
Yep.
I've already opened the door
Yep,
on
let's go.
accident.
No, I was actually going to say we should probably take a moment to look before we start building. So,
I
Oh,
think
no.
I'm ready.
all right. Starting the timer now.
Okay. Let's
But-
do that.
But-
What's going on
but-
here?
Help!
Okay.
Help! Okay, well, we're doing this then.
Okay.
Of course they all face that direction. Of course they all face that direction. Why wouldn't?
Okay,
That's not the helpful direction.
I'm done with the basic
okay.
instructions. I now need to find something else to do. Let's see, what else would we put
My
in
Maybe
instructions
that
this?
means
make
you
no
actually
sense.
haven't finished because you don't know what they are really.
That's true. I finished the instructions that have been revealed to me. So let's see.
I know, I'm
My-
improvising.
My
If
chat is
somebody
now
asks
very
me something-
confused. Quimbly, why?
Why what?
I can't wait to see whatever it is.
Yeah.
Why what?
Yes.
I don't understand. It's all very clear. Just simply change the glory.
This is anything but clear.
Just change the glory.
Actually, I need.
That's gonna be my go-to phrase now when people ask me stuff and I don't want to answer. Have you tried changing the glory?
Well, we've
Well-
already determined that banana sticks is our new substitution word, so.
Yeah, anyone in my
Look.
chat, is there something I should add? What should I do? I need help.
Yeah, her chat, y'all need to tell her to add lots and lots of stuff, just vaguely related to the book.
Okay. So,
I just want friends.
all right, chat.
Are you adding friends to your build?
For this
No, I
first
want
bit,
IRL friends. I'm s-
we need
ah!
to. So,
Serious
That
dedication.
achievement scared me. That achievement scared me.
and Yep.
Okay, I did the first
Yep,
part.
that-
I did the
that's
second
about
part.
right. I guess I'm done.
Okay. I'm working on being done.
I think I might be very close to done. One detail.
I need
Sorry, wrong one.
this.
There's one detail that I'm not quite sure how to do it, and I'm trying to figure it out. You have
I
just under
forgot I
2.5
could
minutes.
fly. Oh my gosh, I forgot I could fly. This makes my life so much easier. Never mind, I suck at this. I'm going through all the stages of everything. Leave me alone.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's do that.
Aha. Aha.
It's even. I can't do that shape exactly.
Yeah, it's
Engineer, I
gotta be
like the
odd,
idea,
or else
but
you
it would-
can't even.
Make a mess.
I mean, that's kind of as close as I can get. I suppose I
Yep,
could do
we're-
like here.
Yeah, I
Ooh,
think
sorry,
I'm
I just hadn't seen Cody's.
We're gonna leave that there, and
Yeah,
I feel
mine's
like I
Sorry,
done.
sorry.
succeeded.
I've
Alright.
not
People was fast
given.
at me.
I think I'm done too.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry,
did what was
Chad.
asked of me. Nothing more, nothing less.
I did something that will throw off what was technically written in the book, but that's okay.
I mean, what was written in the book throws off what was written in the book, so.
Yes, yes.
I still have a charcuterie board. I'm happy.
My copy paste is not working. Why is my copy paste not working?
Oh no.
Well, it works there. Hi, Denalid.
Hello.
It's not working with this.
Are you still working on your second set of books?
It's sort of.
No.
We will have a little bit of a gap between rounds, just so you know.
This is intended to be the original book for this current set.
Oh.
You're the original book.
And it's not working.
Maybe the real original books were the friends we met along the way.
Wait, we could speak friends. I was promised they'd be friends.
It probably won't paste if it's too large for the page.
Yes, I did have that issue too.
Okay, that's got to be it.
Oh, hi, friend.
Hello.
Yeah,
hello. The boys are over there hanging out, so I thought I'd come hang out with you.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for not letting me be all by myself.
I just didn't want to be my boys. Gross.
Oh, yeah. All those cooties over there.
They don't even have their cootie shots, I heard.
Oh, that stinks. Too bad for them.
Yeah, no circle, circle, dot, dots over there.
You know there are no circles in Minecraft.
That's why he doesn't have a cootie shot.
That's why we don't have our cootie shots. Exactly. I'd offer to help you, Shield, but that would kind of defeat the purpose. That would defeat. Yes. This one's also too. Okay, so my instructions are too long. Got it.
It's fine.
Awesome.
It can spill over
Great.
onto the next page.
They're going to.
Look, I have to tell you one of my great translations for the Babbler while we're doing this.
Yeah.
So the instruction said, 4 pillars of diorite walls. They arch near the top. This is your gazebo. And when I put them into Denalids Babbler, it came out as for Poland.
Oh, that's
Sorry,
ridiculous.
My screen is doing weird things. Give me a second.
And I was like, almost. How'd you like it if you got that instruction, though? You just open the book, step 1, for Poland.
I'd probably Google Poland flag and put 4 of them.
Dude, genius. Love you.
All right, I will finish the other books later.
I'm under-caffeinated right now.
All right, since everyone else is
caffeinated.
All
right, y'all ready for step 3?
Yes, I'm ready to look.
All right.
Yeah.
Look. Oh, and what I was saying before was, I think we should start looking at the build before we start the timer, just so that we make sure the chat can actually see what's already there.
Okay. I mean, they can't hear me because I muted myself already, but okay. Okay. Build
What?
a coal mine, an iron pile, a wood pile, and a copper mine in front of the house. Build a smelting furnace in the corner next to the iron pile and stack the iron and the copper piles on top of each other. Build a door from the furnace and from the interior. Okay. This is a lot to unpack. There's a lot of piles. There's a lot in front, behind, on top of each other. Yes, it's very specific, but also very scrambled, which is what it's supposed to be. So let's see. We need coal, wood, copper, iron, stone to probably make the mine. I don't know. I guess this is where looking at the build would be helpful, but let's get some blocks first. Stone, cobblestone, then we need...
All right, I'm ready.
I am so confused.
I am painfully not ready.
Painfully not ready.
Yes, painfully not ready.
I don't even know how one is painfully not ready.
I'm not ready and it's causing me to be in pain.
Oh no.
Are you ready for us to open up and look at the stuff with our chats?
Yes, we can open the doors to get a look. Okay.
Oh, now I understand some of the earlier comments.
I'm not okay with this.
Okay. I will do that, chat. Thank you for that advice. Let's look that up real quick. Yes.
I'm more confused now that I've seen the build than before.
I'm surprised how normal this looks.
Part of me's wondering if I've read the right book. Just none of this makes sense.
So there, we'll have some of that. Okay, I guess that's as ready as I'll ever be.
Starting the timer. 3,
Sure.
2, 1, go.
Okay, so
this is definitely going to go great.
So we don't have space to build this. I guess we'll just put it here.
So much
Same.
stuff. Not that one.
Okay, there's that. So then we can just... Yes, let's just build it into the back wall.
So I'm actually...
This is going to be so powerful.
Okay, what else does the book say? Okay. Let's put this over here. Sure, that's right there. And what else? Hello? P. Holcomb 16. Sorry, I had to mess with chat because it was slightly hidden. Okay. And okay, this is... Have to now build something in front of another something.
This is a remarkably ordinary build, really. Which makes me think it's entirely wrong. This one, whose is this one down here? Is this Quimbly's?
What color door was your thing?
I don't know, but it's the one on the end, so I'm pretty sure that was Quimbly.
Oh, Quimbly's on the end, yeah.
It me, I'm adorable.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is gonna get cut off right here, because that's the door. So yeah, let's just put all of this in here. Like this, I guess. What else does the book say? There's so much smashed. Okay. Okay.
Burger, you sound just a little bit distressed.
Yes, I'm very distressed right now. There's so much in this book.
Which one are you on?
I think this is Shields. Okay, I think I'm just gonna add this inside. We'll do this. And then mix all of this on it.
Oh, I can't do that.
And then it said that, well, that's kind of already done unless we just do this.
You got a little less than a minute and a half left.
Okay.
I'm back.
For those keeping track.
Is less sad now.
I've moved on to my adding details that no one asked for, but I have time.
I feel like I'm scrambling a little bit, but I think I got the book done.
I'm not sure if this detail is actually needed or not, but I'm putting it in.
If you think it's needed, it's needed. I didn't go as crazy this time. I kept my builds more chill.
Okay, I feel like I've just absolutely ruined this build.
Perfect.
Like, there's not... Yeah, it's not beautiful at all.
I think my additions really tied this piece together. And it's more complete now because of them.
I feel like this one could have been done before I got here, to be honest. 5 seconons left.
You have 5 seconds left.
I'm still a little bit stressed, even though I'm done. That one was stressful.
All right, time is up.
Hands off the things, no adding.
Because I was distracted by a little one, I'm doing one more thing.
I'd say that's okay.
I mean, that's children. Yeah, that's fair.
I understand the stress of children and having to pause.
I've never worked with children in my life.
The educator is lying.
All right. Which end do we want to start at?
This end.
Okay. So, as a reminder for folks who are watching, there is the original, but then what we've been doing is the translated version of the instructions. So that's 3, 2, and 1. So what we're going to do is I've got the original and I've got all the individual steps. We're going to take a look at the build, and then we're going to look at how it got there. I apologize in advance. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
All right.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I understand at least a little bit of how it got here.
I can dig it.
All right, so step 1. Don't miss it all. Build a table with black concrete and black stone walls. Make sure there's enough space for other players to set up their tables.
So that was me. And as you can see, there's your black concrete table with your black stone wall legs. And I left plenty of room for other people. And then I put moss all over the floor because I was bored.
I don't hate the carpet.
It adds something. It adds something for sure.
The original step 1. Build everything on the diagonal. Create a table from wooden planks and black stone walls. Make it fill most of the build area so that other players have space for their parts.
What does build everything on the diagonal mean?
It means build diagonally. Instead of square with the edges of the blocks, you build diagonally.
Yes, like
your unbabbled instructions confuse me more.
Like this. It would be like this. This would be a table.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah.
No, it's great.
All right, step 2. Don't miss it all. Place your laptop on the table, a black concrete screen, a gray brick keyboard, and a white concrete box, which we do in fact have.
I figured that the box was a mouse, but then yeah, I made that as a computer, so it made it not a laptop. But I was bored, so I added the computer to it.
She upgraded you because she was bored.
Yes.
Hey, I like free upgrades. All right, English step 2. Build everything on the diagonal. Put a laptop on the table using black concrete for the screen, various gray blocks for keys, and white concrete for the casing.
Nice.
Okay.
It actually is pretty close up to this point.
It's just not on the diagonal.
Oh, I like the chair having hydration on it.
Yeah. Step 3. Don't miss it all. For best effect, bring a book, mouse, paper, and a drink to the beach. Also, make a cool office chair.
I like how, like, yeah, do this at the beach, but also, like, you need a chair.
So over here, we have the cool office chair because it uses ice.
Yep.
And it has a drink on the side because why not?
It does.
And then over here, I built a beach and it has books. and paper
mouse?
and a drink. I did forget the mouse over here, yes.
Oddly, that's the most important part.
Hold on.
All right, so English. Build everything on the diagonal. See, I emphasized because I knew not everybody would have step 1. Add books, a mouse, papers, and a drink on a coaster to complete the look. Also, add a comfy office chair, which this may or may not qualify depending on if you're hot-natured.
Does that mean coaster means beach in other language?
I'm not quite sure. I guess. Coaster. I can see it. Okay, I can see it. It's not the worst interpretation. I'll say that.
I have a
So we got the table, we got the computer, we got the chair. We got like drinks and things. We end up with a beach in our room.
We have a beach
in our office. So
I was told that there needed to be a beach, so I added a beach.
I mean, I guess if you're just having a hard day on the job, yeah. Fire says she needs one of those chairs. Oh, and I missed Nights earlier. Just get it done with children. It's not that hard.
Be warned, Fire might slap you.
All right, who was next?
Whee!
This is mine.
All right. Wait, original. Oh, does original 1, 2, 3? Oh, you separated yours. Got it.
Yeah.
I thought it was like super, super long. I was about to be concerned.
Oh, each book is a step. Got you.
Yeah.
I thought you had made 3 for some reason.
I'm sorry for what's about to be unveiled. I had to do the finishing touches, and it made the poor thing sad.
I hope you changed the glory.
I hope the banana sticks didn't get you.
No, not quite that.
What was it? War spiders? I don't remember. There was another one like that.
Oh yeah, the war spiders. Yes.
The war.
We'll
spiders.
find out.
Yeah.
So
check
here
it out
goes.
on YouTube. Okay.
Okay, this is cute.
Someone missed a step.
Yeah. So, well, I'll explain when we get there.
So, step 1. Build a large 1-story house with stone, iron walls, and roof beams. Make sure there's enough space. Don't put anything inside. Replace all the window glass with iron, and place a chimney in the middle of the roof to vent the smoke.
I think we disagree over where the middle of the room is.
Okay, so I admit I did actually miss the middle of the room bit. However, the bit I actually forgot. I was going to put iron bars for windows, and I did forget that step. But you see, I've got a black stone floor so that it has contrast with the walls, right?
Yes.
And I've got the red roof, right? So it's not too monochrome kind of thing.
I love the airflow.
Yeah, I put in a chimney. Not in the middle, I admit. That was my fault. Why is this here? Oh, well.
Yeah,
I was not told to put in gables or anything, just a roof.
This is larger than I had intended, but sure, this works.
I can tell my step was very stressful because lack of space.
Yeah. The original is build a large 1-story building out of various stone types with iron along the walls, logs for the roof. Make sure there's plenty of room inside, but do not build anything inside. Make all the windows using iron bars, not glass. And make sure you have a chimney in the middle of the roof to let all the smoke out.
Okay.
I was pretty close.
That actually translated very nicely, and I was really surprised. Yeah. All right. Step 2. Build a furnace filled with lava on the top of the chimney in the middle of the house. Place a workbench, small table, and tools near the furnace. Create a display case on the inside edge of the display. And to display your tools and equipment, place a tool rack near the door.
Okay, so that was my step.
I see it.
And I did, in fact, put a furnace on top of the chimney with lava in it. But because everything else needs to be by the furnace, I also put a furnace inside the chimney.
With lava in it.
And then I have a bench, I have a small table with tools, and I have a display case near the door with tools.
Pretty good. this is approved.
I followed instructions for once in my life.
This is not at all where that was supposed to be, but that's okay. That's
I
not
didn't add
Quimbly.
anything here.
That's not Quimbly's fault. The original is in the middle of the building, build a forge filled with lava on top of campfires. Around the forge, set up several smithing stations with small counters, an anvil, and plenty of tools. Around the edges of the interior, set up some displays of armor and tools that have been made. Near the door, set up a shop counter with some tools on it.
Nice.
Pretty close. Pretty close.
Kinda.
You have the correct idea. The correct idea was carried through. We at least did get a forge inside. The instructions were not supposed to put that there, but the instructions put that there. So
There is lava in it, though. If you check the power source, it is lava.
yep, there is lava in there. So yep.
So now, how did we get to this step? I want to know.
I'm dying to know.
Step 3. Build a coal mine, an iron pile, a wood pile, and a copper mine in front of the house. Build a smelting furnace in the corner next to the iron pile and stack the iron and copper piles on top of each other. Build a door from the furnace and from the interior.
Yeah, you have to put that all in front of the house.
How big did you say you thought this was going to be?
I intended the house to be like half of this.
See, but you never stated that.
This was not clearly stated. I understand. This is the problem of having 15 minutes to make 2 sets of babbled instructions and needing to Google Translate them within that 15 minutes.
I mean, it works.
The original, outside the building, build a stockpile of coal, a stockpile of iron ore, and a stockpile of logs, and a stockpile of copper ore. In the corner near the ore, build a bloomery and build a stockpile of iron and copper nearby. Build a path from the door to the bloomery and to a road passing by.
The bloomery?
What is a bloomery?
A bloomery is a old style furnace for smelting ore.
I would not have known that.
Neither
Once
would
again,
I.
your original instructions would have confused me.
Yep, I'm with you on this one.
My chat says shield flyer the dwarf confirmed. I've never denied this.
I mean, on the whole, though, it wasn't all that far off.
No.
It just looks like we tried to bury the house.
Yeah, the house is now dug into the mountain. I'm not sure why there's a pile of ore around the interior furnace, but
because it said something about putting a door by the furnace to get to the furnace, so I had to just used the blocks on me to put the door.
Oh, I like this back corner with the coal.
Yeah.
I like how you went into the wall.
Yes, I kind of feel like I needed to.
Yeah, I appreciate this. This is good.
Good pile
of
coal.
I appreciate what you were able to do with the instructions you were given.
And the space that I was given.
And the space you were given. You did very well.
Thank you. I was very stressed most of the time.
That's fair.
I feel like it was the first time I've been stressed on Build Babble.
Well, it's funny because I actually think so far, I've seen 3 of them at the end, and so far, I think that these are relatively tame compared to what we usually get.
Okay, so I did something different this time. You can just take an original book, and I put both the babbled and the unbabbled in it. So the first 3 are the original, the last 3 pages are the babbled.
Okay.
Because I just figured it's easier than opening a bazillion different books.
Fair.
Okay, wow.
Okay, now it is a face.
Very interesting.
What?
I did what I was told to do.
Is this a squirrel tree? Did somebody change the glory?
I changed the glory.
Someone most definitely changed the glory. Okay. So...
Okay, I was made very sad by one detail that I had forgotten which just shows that I haven't played Minecraft in a while.
Okay, so let's see. The babbled version is take a decorated Christmas tree and make 4 short, sturdy legs, a large round body, and a small round head. Glue 2 white cotton balls with pink heads to one side of the body and a round cotton ball to the other side.
Huh.
The original.
So.
Oh, I'll let you explain what you did.
So, I was told make a Christmas tree with 4 legs. So it's got 4 short legs. It's round in the middle, and it's small and round up top.
Nice.
I was then told to put cotton balls on it, so I added cotton balls. Not sure why it wanted cotton balls.
Recognizable as a Christmas tree.
Yeah, definitely got the Christmas vibes.
Which is good. And then
did we lose Shield's voice, or did we lose me?
I heard you.
I think you're the problem here.
Testing? Do we hear Shield?
I hear both of
Where
you.
did I go?
Where did I go? I think we all went.
I think all of us had.
I teleported though on the thing.
Yeah, I saw you skip.
Okay,
Yeah,
I think we're
that
back
was
now.
weird.
Okay.
So I was told to put cotton balls on it. And then it was supposed to be a decorated Christmas tree. So I started putting lights on it. And I was going to put a clock and make these cycle on and off nicely.
Oh gosh.
And you can't place redstone dust on leaves.
Oh no.
You can't place a lot of things on leaves. It's really sad.
I learned this fact and I was very sad about this. And that's why I was really scared about the time.
Okay, so the original for the first step is grab your stripped spruce logs and build up 4 short, stubby legs and a big oval body and a small circle head. Add 2 pillars of white wool off of one end with pink inside and round puff ball of wool next to that. Okay, so that's the original.
I feel like we're not in the same ballpark right now.
I feel like
No.
we're supposed to be making like a sheep or something.
Okay, so then babbled instruction 2. Now take the clean oak and the black oak on the back of the wood, In the middle of the cut wood, make a flat circle and fill it. Then take the board and cut it according to the desired pattern.
I like that's like on the back of the wood, in the middle of the wood, but the cut wood.
Now, I had to interpret this because, I mean, there is a back to this tree, but it did not make sense to put a huge circle on the back of a tree. So I figured back really was like under it on the bottom, right?
Uh-huh.
So we had the clean oak and the black oak. Clean is just like normal oak. Black oak, I did take the stripped black oak because the colors, I think, just go a little bit better together.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was also a reference to cut wood, right? So cut wood. And it's cut in the shape of a diamond because that's the pattern that my chat said we
I thought
desired.
It was a tree skirt, like you put on a Christmas tree.
It does kind of look like a base for a Christmas tree, yeah. And I recognize it as a Christmas tree, so I figured that was probably okay. But we didn't actually talk about that. It was just incidental.
Yeah. It looks very lovely. But the original step 2 is now grab some stripped dark oak logs and some dark oak slabs. On the back of the body, build a flat, medium-sized oval with the stripped logs and fill it in. Next, take your slabs and break away a checkered pattern to place the slabs down in.
I'm still confused.
Okay. It'll
I'm
make
not sure
sense.
what we're supposed to be making.
So it actually was on the back of whatever it was.
Yes, it was supposed to be on the back. And
yes, that's where it went wrong.
Yeah. And it might be confusing. Only Denalid and Chrono would know what this build is, unless you watched their streams last week. So, but anyways.
Oh no! I know what this is now.
Oh.
I know what this is supposed to be.
Yeah. So the
Wait,
third.
is this a collage build?
Yeah.
I know what this. supposed to be?
Yes.
Oh no. I've just realized it as well.
Okay, so the third babbled instruction is place 2 light oak axes in front of the corpse's head. Place 2 black stone keys near the corpse's head. Sorry. Finally, place a squirrel on its tail. Yeah, it was just so hilarious.
So imagine my surprise when I opened this up and there was no corpse. I was expecting a corpse.
My chat is wondering what's going on.
So I interpret it. I was like, okay, light oak axes. I was like, wood axes. And I was like, I think we're making a face. And then Blackstone keys will pressure plates and buttons open things. So I continued with my face. And then I know it said place a squirrel on its tail, but I was like, no, I'm just going to give it a squirrel tail.
It's beautiful.
I was very proud of my squirrel tail too. It came out really cute.
Knight says, I mean, if you're not always expecting a corpse when you open doors, are you really living?
I regularly expect corpses behind closed doors.
Oh.
So yeah, that's the babbled version, and then the original is take 2 pale oak trapdoors and put on the front of the head of this body. Take 2 black stone buttons and put them on the side of the head. To finish it off, build Perry the Platypus standing on the tail.
I was supposed to build an entire Perry the Platypus
Yes.
The squirrel.
Yeah.
Apparently. So my chat is very confused because they did not watch Denalids' last stream. So Denal, I have just linked Denalids' last stream. If you go to his last stream, either in YouTube or Twitch, if you go to the YouTube one and go to 43 minutes in, you will see what this is supposed to have been.
Yes, it was beautiful.
Which
I'm so
in and
proud
of
of
itself is chaos.
I made minimalist Perry the Platypus.
So, there we go.
There's minimalist. Wait, a platypus?
Perry
the platypus.
So yeah, this set of instructions killed me, especially with the last set, obviously, because it killed me again, but I love this set of instructions. It was my most favorite.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
We started with a very nice Christmas tree.
And then ended with corpses.
You know,
that never made it into the build.
It's probably for the best, really.
The tree was dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Now, I think we're definitely going to end this round on the prettiest one.
Yay!
Woo!
The prettiest result, anyways.
For once.
Here, I just added some corpses to it.
Oh yes, please add a few corpses.
Oh yes,
that's definitely
beautiful.
what we needed.
Oh gosh, I just heard zombies in my ear all of a sudden.
Hi, Gimli.
I turn away for 3 seconds and there's corpses.
I was told there was a lack of corpses, so I added corpses.
Now there's corpse meat.
It's corpses.
Corpses.
Aw, this one is beautiful.
Lovely. I love this.
I was so lost.
Wonderful.
I mean, I don't know what it was supposed to be, but it turned out all right.
This is nice. This is real nice. Also, I don't even know what this is. I haven't seen this yet.
Oh, is that the cactus?
Oh,
yeah, cactus flower.
I forgot about cactus. Oh my gosh, I have a new favorite block in Minecraft. I love these.
And you can put them on top of an actual cactus.
They're so
probably
cute.
One of the only things you can put on top of there.
It is.
Okay.
Presumably
So I didn't go too complicated this time. I tried to keep it simple. So the babbled instructions for step 1 said, start creating greenery, long grass, flowers, walkways, basic concepts. I mean,
Okay.
I see it. I see greenery.
We got long grass, we got greenery, we got paths, we got flowers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, the
There's definitely plenty
original
of
was
grass.
start by establishing a lush green meadow, tall grass, flowers, the works.
The works. I like
Nice.
it.
Fair
So
enough.
basic
Also,
concepts.
basic concepts.
I also like that this tree has so many different types of wood in it.
I was trying to do like a beat-ups gradient. I didn't do very well. It just, there's a harsh line here that just didn't work. Sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. I like it.
I tried.
It's creative. All right. Now, this is where I think Shield is.
This is where I came in and I was confused.
Step 2. Wrap yourself in a blanket and go sleep. It's going to be a wonderful journey. Draw flowers. That was my favorite step.
I was handed a green meadow with flowers in it and paths. So what am I? I was going to put more flowers in, and there's already flowers. Help! So I added more variety of flowers, and because I was supposed to wrap myself in a blanket and go to sleep, I made a bed.
Now I understand why step 2 ended so early for everyone.
Yes. Yes. And wonderful journey, because it's going to be a wonderful journey. So this path must be a wonderful journey.
I
Good
like
night.
that. That's sweet. So the original was pretty simple. It said, add a picnic blanket. This is a lovely outing. Get creative with the colors.
Nice.
I
Don't
was
know
not
where
told
you
to make
put
a
the
picnic
blanket,
blanket.
but I mean, there is a blanket here.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could picnic on that. I mean, it's made out of snow. No,
Yes, it is made
so
out of
your
snow
food will
because
stay
that's what
cold, I guess.
I can stack the snow to make a nice little pillow.
I like it. It's cute. And then Denalids had the third step, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Says, there's a big tree in the corner. It's tall, beautiful, and powerful. Its shadow blocks the sunlight.
Okay, now I did. You probably heard me. I did talk about how powerful this tree was going to be. It is tall relative to the scene, right? You can't just like reach up and touch the branches, right? It's as beautiful as I can make a tree. Like I said, I tried to do like the beat ups thing here with blending the woods, although I probably should have done that. And it's powerful. It's a 2x2 tree, not just one of those wimpy 1x1s, right? And if you look up top, there's sun with sunbeams coming down, but there are none of them below the tree, are there? It's blocking
nope,
those.
it's definitely a shadow. So this is pretty close to the original, which said, a large tree in the corner, tall and majestic. The shade from this tree could blot out the sun.
I'm going to point out, it actually says majestic.
Okay, look, I accidentally deleted my first set of originals and I retyped it really quick, okay?
And my
Just
chat
be
says,
glad I had originals.
My chat says the tree is very beautiful and very powerful, so I feel
Is it majestic?
very...
Is it majestic though?
It probably is. I don't know.
I think so.
Apparently it's demure also. And very sun blocking. I feel so much better about myself now.
That's good.
All right, are we...
These all went pretty well.
It went surprisingly smoothly.
I think the squirrel tree is my favorite.
Yes, it is beautiful in its own way.
So everybody mute up. Let's take a quick 5 minutes, you know, catch up with your chat, that kind of thing. And then we will start on round 2. And I'm going to fully mute this time.
Okay. Thank you, Jay Unidude, for the lurking. I don't know how to ban people, so I don't know how to ban the link that I don't know where it goes to, nor will I be clicking on it, so everybody else ignore that, I guess. So for those of you who are paying attention, what do you think so far? I'm having a good time. I laughed probably a little too hard that I started crying a little bit. I liked that one set of instructions. It was very funny. Oh. My child is still awake when he was supposed to be sleeping an hour ago. And now I don't know what to do. Besides wait for all the other people's.
All right, I'm good when y'all are. And make sure.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm good.
I'm as well behaved as usual.
That's fair. That's fair.
So,
All right.
You're behaved?
I have been a modicum of demure, gentle politeness.
Also powerful and blocking the sun.
And majestic.
Well, Crumbly, don't forget. You
What?
always behave. Everyone always behaves. Sometimes we just behave badly.
That
So true.
That is true. So deep.
Very demure. Very mindful.
All right. Y'all ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Are we going the same direction?
Yeah, let's just go the same direction.
Okay.
So
everyone was kind of moving weird, so I had to make sure.
So we're still, I mean, we've done this a few times, but we're still trying to figure out what works the best. And when there's a bunch of people, it's nice to mix up who gets whose builds. But when there's only three, or three others, I should say.
3 is a great number. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, we all get 1 step from everybody's build is what I'm talking about. All right, grab step 1. You can open and look at the empty box if you want, but otherwise just mute up, tell your chat what's going on.
Okay, so step 1 on Quimbly's build is in this picture, we make a snowstorm. The ground is covered with snow, and in the middle is a dry lake. Okay, I think we can do this, but it specifically says picture. So I'm thinking we build a picture frame at the front, and then do everything behind the frame. Is what I'm going to go with. So let's do a dark oak strip frame, and then we'll need brass blocks and blocks and layers, and then I'm thinking we need path blocks for the dry lake. Let's see, are there any other that could look dry?
All right, I'm ready when you all are.
Ready?
What's up?
I can't wait to see what you do with this one.
I can't wait to see what I'm gonna do either.
I'm excited about Quimbly's again. I like Quimbly's instructions.
I'm just a likable person.
What did you do to shields?
What?
He's still talking. Okay, I think I remember what the babble is for this one.
I have been broken. Help.
I'm sorry.
Well,
all right.
The nice thing is I only need 2 different blocks.
I know
that.
That's something.
Yeah, that is something.
All right. I need to place blocks very, very quickly.
Aside, seems like this would make sense, not over there.
This is going to be very hard to do any sort of right in the time period we have. You know what? I'm only on step 1, but I bet I know what this scene was supposed to be.
You have mine, don't you?
I do. All right.
There's a good chance.
1 minute down. I keep thinking, you know what? I should make sure people know how much time we have left. And then I'm like, I don't have time to look at the clock. I'm building. It's a problem.
Yeah, that sounds like a problem.
It's mostly a problem for y'all because I can actually see the clock. I just can't do anything with it. Had some very specific instructions about the interior.
I don't have room. This bothers me.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I don't either.
But I actually centered the thing. I successfully centered.
Congratulations. That's hard to do sometimes.
The last part of this step was the hardest, but I did it.
All right, well, you still have 2.5 minutes, so...
Oh gosh, don't tell me that. Let's see, how can I ruin this?
I think you mean how can you make it even more perfect?
How can I ruin this? I know who I am.
I've run out of.
You know, I remembered, or not remember, I realized what this was after I started building and limited myself on space.
I am saddened that I built this so low. That's the idea, engineer. I'm going to do that now.
All right, a little over a minute left. I was planning to do more shaping, but I don't think I'm going to have all that much time.
Sounds like something's funny over there.
Sounds like something is sinister over there.
Just doing what Quibbly does best.
Oh no. What did she do best this time?
Oh no, I missed something. I missed a step. Shoot.
All right, well, you have 30 seconds to fix it. All right, 10 seconds.
I'm running out of time.
Yes, you are. And time is up.
Okay. I
Good luck,
completely
whoever gets that
missed.
next.
Good luck to whoever gets that next.
That would be me.
Yep.
I hope you enjoy.
Oh, thank
And may
you.
the odds be ever in your favor.
No. Look at me. Just don't read too much into it.
Okay, don't read too much. Got it.
Or maybe just don't read.
You know, I think you need to open up a little.
Denalid, you're welcome.
Quibbly, you're welcome. All right. Yeah, take a look at your book. Go ahead and look at your interior mute up, and then come back when you're ready.
Okay, this. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Sometimes I look too much at the numbers while streaming, and it makes me feel insecure. Even I wonder what I did wrong. I have abandonment issues. Oh goodness. Okay. American universities add heat and replace circle tables to make 2 cowboy hats in here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we'll need to do American flag. Replace circle tables to make 2 cowboy hats in here. I have no idea where to even start. Any ideas would be appreciated. Please. We can do this for 2 different colors for the cowboy hats, and they're supposed to be circles. What else does it say? Universities add heat.
All right, well, I'm confused.
I am more than confused.
I am unsure how I'm supposed to accomplish this in 5 minutes.
I have an idea of what's supposed to be going on here, and I'm doing probably not that.
I see. All right. Well, starting the timer. Good luck.
Yay!
Okay. Part of this I can do easily. So let's start with that part.
Actually, let's not start with that.
This is actually very difficult because of how it's arranged currently. I blame Quimbly.
I blame Quimbly too.
That seems very reasonable.
Good thing I'm Quimbly 3.
Okay, so there's that part.
Wow.
More.
Quimbly, did you break yourself?
The answer to
What's
this
up?
is just more.
I said, did you break yourself?
What do you mean, did I break myself?
Oh, I thought I heard you still laughing.
No, I'm not. I'm not that funny.
Okay, I think that is what it says. Maybe.
I'm very glad we're doing this in creative.
Could you imagine trying to do build Babble in like
In
survival mode? All right,
Yes.
you have 5 minutes. Go gather all your materials and then build it.
I think I'd have to ask for at least 6.
Okay, I'm just gonna assume that this is supposed to be in the same palette.
Let's see. Engineer, that's actually only one kind. There's 2 others. There's a lot of variations of it. I almost missed a part of my thing.
That would be a crime. I never
It
do
would
that.
be.
I never miss part of my build, ever.
I've made this very difficult for
If someone after me needs space, I'm sorry, but you don't have it anymore.
That's fine.
You have about a minute and a half left.
Okay. Oh, that's not going to work.
Okay, I think that's all of the things from the book. Let's check the book. There's something lost in translation, but...
Lost in translation? You don't say.
Yep.
How does one acquire pale moss?
You go into the creative menu and you search for pale.
In the actual game. How do you get
in
pale moss?
the pale forests.
Just punch it,
Okay.
but we're in creative mode, so it just breaks it.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think
is it
Ho
a
is
renewable
the official
resource?
Tool.
Is it a renewable resource?
I think it
Yes.
should be, yeah.
Yes.
Huh. Okay.
I mean, I feel like I really rolled the dice on this particular implementation of this build. I'm not sure what this part means. Oh, you've got 10 seconds left.
Yay.
Only 10 seconds.
All right. Call that
Yeah.
good.
I hope that wasn't important in the grand scheme of things.
Engineer, I like the idea, but it would not survive.
Grimble, you're out of time, just so you know.
Time's up.
I know. I'm sorry. I was trying to hurry up. Okay.
So Will definitely did not deliver a message about you stepping away to grab something.
When I told him not to, thanks.
Yep. All right. Next, this is step
Get snitched
3.
on, snitch. I'm sorry.
All right. Mute up. Take a look.
Okay. What is this? A mess. Make the entire area look hot and steamy as if lava is flowing. Pour lava from the hole at the top of the mountain into a river. Create a winding path from the base gate to the end of the path, building bridges over the flowing lava if necessary. Oh boy. Okay, so we will need campfires. Hay, bales, so we can make the smoke higher. We'll need lava. And let's do some type of stone for bridges. So, steamy, flowy lava.
Okay, I am immediately like, how?
Ooh, good idea, chat.
Denalid,
Yes.
how deep is the world?
Not very deep.
Darn.
So the ground level is minus 60, it looks like, right? Oh, yeah, minus 61.
Okay.
So you've got maybe 5 blocks down. Maybe.
Maybe.
Lovely. Okay.
All right. You ready?
You ready?
No. No.
All right. 3.
Because I needed the answer. No,
2,
I needed the answer to that question
1.
first.
Go.
Ah!
Okay.
Okay. Well, I guess we're just going with this. Whee!
Let's do this next.
I forget there's an actual directional placement for some things.
All right. Let's do it.
Okay, let's see how this goes.
Not well. That's the answer for me. Who am I following?
Me.
Okay. I understand why, I think. But help. Okay.
Yes, okay. And then the next step, I should actually do slabs instead of whole blocks.
What do you think, chat? while I wait for
they're
chat to
getting
answer.
a little bit better at some of these visual effects, I think. Not very much better, mind you, just a little bit.
Let's see. Yes.
You have about a minute and a half.
Lovely.
I think it's
I-
beautiful. And thank you for the help, chat. Very
I
appreciated,
think
even
this
though
is
I didn't
one of
say
the
anything.
cutest things I have ever made in my life.
I feel like all of
Congratulations.
us have been more quiet during this last section of building.
I am concentrating so hard on this build.
The concentration is real. I'm not sure if this is
45 seconds.
I'm very curious what this is supposed to be.
No further improvements.
I know what it's supposed to be.
That's good, because I don't. Ooh,
All right.
good idea.
I'm going to go with this and say it's good enough. And
Well, 15 seconds, so it can't
That's
go
just-
much better.
and that's just too bad.
And time is up.
Okay.
Ah,
Okay.
there was a lot of concentration, it seemed like, on that one.
There was so much concentration because I just had to build a thing I've not built in a long time.
Shall we
All right,
start
let's start
on
this end this time.
Yeah, start on the opposite end.
And that makes Quimbley first.
Sorry, I was showing off flower crowns.
It's fine.
I have priorities. Flower crowns.
All right,
These
chat,
are
y'all ready
all
for this?
disorganized.
Just like me.
I
I'm
don't
ready
even
for
think
this.
all right.
I love it.
Was it what you were thinking about?
I don't remember.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
There's leaf litter. Oh my gosh, they're adding so much cool stuff. Okay. Sorry. It looks like a diorama. I love that.
They are doing fantastic at adding detail stuff. Which is
I like the detail blocks they're adding.
Okay, we gotta read the babbled one first. So Babble step 1. In this picture, we make a snowstorm. The ground is covered with snow, and in the middle is a dry lake.
Okay, so it said picture, so that's why I added this frame, because it's a picture frame.
Ah, nice.
Okay,
And then
yeah.
I kind of forgot about the storm, so I ended up with these 3 clouds along the back as a last second add. But yeah, I did the dry lake with all the upside down dead fishies, and someone recommended dead bushes to indicate it's a lake, and then the snow hills. But I did not do the ice, someone else did that.
That's
yeah.
nice.
Somebody in my chat did notice that the fish were upside down.
Yes,
So,
someone noticed the detail.
When I got here, I noticed the fish were upside down, and I like that touch. and I knew that that was a dry lake right away.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm so glad I
Okay.
thought about turning them upside down because I almost just put them in.
Success.
So that's interesting. You'll find out why. So step 1 of the unwanted is, this time we are creating an icy scene. Snow blankets the ground. A frozen pond in the center.
Nice.
Well, Virga did exactly what you told her to, and you did not tell her to make a frozen pond. You said a
Dry
quote,
lake.
dry
or
lake.
Oh man. But it is icy. I do appreciate the icy.
It made my life difficult.
I love these clouds with the snow coming from it. Like, they're really cute. I love them.
Someone added the snow later because I only had these 3 clouds back here.
Oh,
The snow was mine.
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I completely forgot about the storm part. So I
And
basically
somehow it still became a storm, which is
Yes.
interesting. All right, step 2. Put the fish in the water under the snow. There should also be moss. There was water under the snow.
I'm really glad it told me that there's water under the snow. Otherwise, I would never have known where to put the fish. So
Ah.
I put the ice in so you could actually see it.
Nice.
But like, if you come over here and come in, there's water under the snow.
You're welcome for
And
keeping
there is
all
fish.
this hollow.
Thank you so much for
Look
that.
at all the fishies.
Yeah, there
I
are
like
actually a couple
I'm
of places that
home.
you can see under the ice. I like it.
Yeah,
I like this.
That's
and
so
there's moss
cool.
down here. Not as much as I would have hoped, but I put the fish in first, and then I can't place moss.
Hey,
Nice.
very close to the original. The original said, put fish in the water under the ice. There should be seagrass as well. The waters are alive beneath the frozen surface.
Nice. This is
I was
awesome.
very dramatic while writing this week's. I wrote them like they were from a poetry book.
That's fair.
I was like, man, maybe
Well-
if I make it poetry-esque, they'll really mess it up. But apparently I write too understandably because mine don't translate weird.
How dare you be coherent?
I had to try 3 times to get instructions that weren't the exact same, okay? It's a problem. I write too coherently.
Hey, I gave you a tool that would have made it very incoherent.
Yeah, but
It
4
would have
colon
turned
is
all
not
3
what I was going for.
It would have turned all 3 sets of instructions into under ice water.
It probably would have turned it into fire if we're honest.
Yeah.
Fair
Burn
enough.
everything down. Okay.
I can do that. I have done that before.
That's true.
Will
yeah.
said he was hoping someone would replace the ice while I was swimming under there and just put me in there to die. It's not what he said, but I read in between the lines. Step 3. Make a tree without leaves from an ordinary oak. Winter is coming. The leaves have already fallen to the ground.
Right. So
Nice.
2 parts of that were easy, right? Make a tree without leaves. Okay. Tree without leaves. Leaves have fallen to the ground. All right. Leaves are on the ground.
Check.
Winter is coming. And I thought to myself,
Winter is
did
coming.
somebody accidentally give us a scene from like I've forgotten the name. The TV show.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. But then I saw there were these clouds on the back wall. I was like, okay, somebody else knew that winter was coming too. But it's a little bit more imminent now that we're on step 3. So I added another cloud in the same style, and I added snow coming down, and then I added snow layers on the ground because it is actively snowing.
So the original said, use pale oak to create a tree with no leaves. It is winter. The leaves have fallen to the ground. So what my thought was is this is that nice meadowy scene, but now it's winter.
Oh,
The tree looks a lot less powerful without the leaves.
It does. It's not nearly as majestic.
I was very careful to make sure the dry lake stayed dry because it looked like that's supposed to be a dry lake. I cannot put water and fish there.
Yeah.
That would be wrong.
The dead fish.
Yep.
Poor things.
I needed somehow to tell that was a lake, and lakes have fish, but this is dry, and fish can't live without water, so.
I just need to learn how to write less coherently. Because mine all makes sense when translated. I'm too legible.
You sound so disappointed about being understandable.
I hate being understood.
Okay, so this book does the same thing, except now they're every other. So I did the original is page 1, the Babbled is page 2. So it's going to be like that throughout the book.
Okay. Sounds good.
Oh my gosh.
What happened?
What?
Holy cow.
Wembley?
Are these the M&M dudes?
Yes.
Yes, they are.
Okay, so the
We'll get
first
there, don't worry.
the first Babbled is draw a transparent white circle with 2 spaces. Draw a blue circle with 2 spaces on the outer edge of the second white circle. Repeat this pattern twice.
Okay,
So
that makes sense.
we have someone covered it up with green. There's a white circle in the middle here.
Okay.
And then there's a blue circle around it, and a white circle around that, and a blue circle around that, and a white circle
Like
around that. I ran out of time.
Okay.
Because this is supposed to connect, and it's supposed to be in the back, and I'm supposed to have the others here too.
Yeah.
Oh, he was doing
got it.
spheres.
I was making
Okay.
spheres, yes.
Okay, and then the original is build a white circle 2 blocks high that is filled in. Build a blue circle also 2 blocks tall along the outside edge of the second tier of your white circle. Repeat this pattern 2 more times. So this was more meant to be like a flat circle on the ground and you're building it up.
Was it meant to be like an Olympic thing?
No. I just did circles, so instead of doing like build a circle 5 blocks wide and then build up. I'll tell you the full what it's supposed to be in a second.
Okay.
Place the base, so this is Babbled number 2. Place the base and green cubes randomly in the container. You can mark their location by placing them outside the container as you roll the dice.
Oh, I forgot to roll dice, man.
Okay, so it said place the base and green cubes randomly in the container. The only one that really qualified as a container was this blue one right here.
Yeah.
And I assumed that it needed to be filled. So I randomly placed green blocks in there. And then I put the base down here out of the same palette so that it would match.
Nice.
Now,
it does look very nice.
I don't know if y'all noticed, but while we were doing this build, I actually out loud said, I'm rolling the dice with this particular build.
Oh, okay.
That must have been when I stepped away.
It might have been. Yeah.
I didn't catch it, but I also completely forgot about this set of instructions, so...
That's fair. That's fair.
And I was probably also focused on my own monstrosity that I was working on at the time. So, the original for 2 is inside the bowl, so that's what Shield was supposed to build
So
with
it was
those
like
circles.
A glass bowl.
Yeah, like a glass china bowl with blue and white. Inside the bowl, place blocks colored with primary colors and green chaotically, and maybe some outside the bowl, showing that some may have spilled.
Was this a bowl of M&Ms?
Yes.
Interesting.
I had snack that day, and it was a bowl of M&Ms.
You just looked around the room, and you're like, "Oh, there's my build, Babble."
Yes. And then
that's funny because for my first one, I had been on my laptop that day.
Okay. Nice.
I didn't see a meadow or a snowfield.
Maybe you should have.
Okay.
All right, so what happened?
So on the Babbled number 3, it says draw a 2D red circle and a 2D yellow oval on the brick wall. Draw eyes, hands, feet, and a mouth inside.
And then this happened.
And thus we
Yes.
needed a brick
I
wall.
did exactly like I said. I made a brick wall.
Yep.
I made a 2D red, a 2D yellow oval, and they both have mouths, eyes, hands, and feet.
Nice.
I literally followed exactly what it told me to do.
Yeah. So
it does
this
a little
one
bit look like they've been run over by a wall.
yeah. So this one I actually had to take out the last little line because I did at the end of this last step say enjoy your M&Ms, but that translated perfectly, so I just removed it from the babbled one.
That made it too easy, so I just left it out.
Honestly,
Yeah.
you could have left it in, and it probably would have made it make less sense.
And then I could have enjoyed M&Ms, and now you've robbed me of that.
Yep. So the original is on the wall of this barrier build on this barrier, build a 2D red circle and a 2D yellow oval. Give them eyes, arms, legs, and mouths. Enjoy your M&Ms.
So they're supposed to be like over here.
Yeah, on one
Or
of
on the
these
back.
on one of these white walls.
And this entire thing that I decided to build
was supposed to
vertically
be, yeah. I mean, that
is
would be
supposed to
spilling
be
all
a
the
bowl.
M&Ms out, yeah.
It
would.
I just loved building a wall and completely covering up all their work.
Yeah, you just open this and it's, where'd my thing go?
I thought about building it higher, just covering up the whole thing.
Somebody was speculating that the circles were an eyeball.
Oh. I mean, it does kind of look like an eyeball.
A little bit.
I'm just saying, the M&Ms have fallen on hard times. I feel like they looked better before.
Yeah.
Also, my chat appreciates the origin story for this particular build.
Oh, yes, you're
Yes.
welcome.
All right, shield.
I don't have original books. Sorry.
Okay, that's all right.
That is a thing that did not happen.
We will manage.
All right. What happened here? Another wall.
Who ruined my beautiful build?
I don't know who could have built another wall.
Quimbly.
It said to.
Oh man, this is interesting. You know.
All right. Step one.
Would you like to explain this?
I don't think.
I'll let
anyone
everyone
can
else explain this one. Step
Okay.
one.
Oh,
Create
that's
a large mountain out of black rock and build it on the edge of the area to make room for other buildings. Create a winding path with stairs from the bottom of the mountain to a hole in the black rock. Make sure there are enough holes and cracks in the mountain.
I like that
All right,
they're
now-
like, what is enough holes? Like,
Everybody should have op. So if you actually go into spectator mode and fly inside, you can see there is a path that goes into a fairly large hole that is prepared for what I knew was coming next. And there are other holes on the other side, especially that are smaller, cracks in the mountain. And it is built out of black stone. The path is built out of mud because I wanted something that was visible, and you can barely see it now.
Sorry.
You can blame step 3 for that one. The non-babbled, build a large mountain out of blackstone variants, and make sure it's built onto the side of the area so there's room for another nearby build. Build a winding path using blackstone bricks and stairs from the base of the mountain up to an opening near the top of the mountain. Make the mountain with multiple cracks and crevices along the surface. That one translated way too nicely, and I had to try to mess it up.
I assure you, you did not.
very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
But that's okay. One of them came out reasonable. Step 2.
Yeah, the rest didn't.
Create a black stream on the other side of the mountain so that water can flow from the top to the sky. When climbing the tower, you need to climb in 3 steps. Build a high wall around the tower with towers, walls, watchtowers, and gates.
See, build a high wall. I did
You were
what I
told
was
to build a
supposed
wall.
do.
You were actually
I
told
was
to build a
told
wall,
multiple
and you
times
did.
to build walls, and I built them. Also, this is my stream to the sky.
Yes.
And this is a tower.
I'm just going to point out this is not 3 steps.
Okay, look, I did argue that with chat, and I said
Three,
I
four,
can't
five.
make 3 steps happen, so I made 4.
So,
you can count to 4.
But in my defense, I can only count to 4.
So this is where the translation stopped going nicely. Build a black tower across from the mountain, with giant spikes from the top edges going up towards the sky. Make sure the tower has 3 distinct tiers as it goes up. Around the tower, build a large wall with battlements, ramparts, towers, watchfires, and a gate.
A little bit of that might have been lost.
Never did I mention water.
Yeah.
Water was not mentioned. Apparently, spikes turned into water somewhere.
Oh, Will says Quimbley built a wall and made the denalids pay for it.
Yep.
That was Will's joke, not mine. Okay? I need that on record. And he made that about the brick wall, not this wall. So he's recycling his own jokes.
Fair enough. Step 3. Make the entire area look hot and steamy, as if lava is flowing.
Sorry, I don't want any builders to just hot and steamy.
Yep. Pour lava from the hole at the top of the mountain into a river, create a winding path from the base gate to the end of the path, building bridges over the flowing lava if necessary.
If necessary.
We have a bridge.
It was necessary.
goes
The
from-
path disappeared.
It was very necessary, yes. So we have a path. There is no gate in this wall.
No, I missed the gate part.
I had the gate part, I ignored
Well, Quimbley didn't put a gate on the wall.
it. I built wall.
Yep,
Nobody's getting in this wall.
it's true.
Look, that's most people's design issue, is they put doors. Like, it's like you're wanting people to break in.
I know.
Oh.
The actual instruction was supposed to be terraform the entire area to look charred and corrupted, with streams of lava going across the area. Add lava to the mountain in the crevices and pouring down from the top into the rivers. Make a winding path from the gate to the end of the path at the base of the mountain, making bridges over the lava rivers where needed.
I love how Shield is just like, yeah, we can fit all of Mordor into this space.
Yeah,
So recreate Mordor, but in a one chunk space. Got it.
yeah. I have requested Mount Doom and Kirith Ungol and the Black Gate in a one chunk space.
At
But
least
where
he
are we
didn't
putting
also request all
Rivendell?
the orcs.
I did not request the orcs and I did not request the eye either.
Mhm.
All right. One more.
Oh, I can't wait for this one.
I just read that part of the Lord of the Rings.
This
so
is the
you're
one
welcome.
that I had a laughing fit on. But in my defense, I just followed Denalids' instructions.
It's true. She did. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay. This is not what I had envisioned. What is all this?
We'll get there. Hold on. You need to read it. You need to read
I think I know what it is. Okay.
Oh!
I'd forgotten how this started. Step 1. All right, breathe. Stop laughing. You're making it worse.
Just wait till we read what's on the wall.
The UN installed more of the brown concrete beam, but the 10 block mutation
Oh dear.
or something. All right, sorry. The UN installed more of the brown concrete beam, but the 10 block mutation or something. You need to open up a little.
Okay, so as you can see, I have a
There-
brown concrete beam. It's 10 blocks high. I had to interpret a little what that meant. And I made it so like you can see through, so you can see the brown concrete. And then I was like, you know what? I do need to open up a little. So I decided to go to therapy. And I thought about it. Sometimes I look too much at the numbers while streaming, and it makes me feel insecure when people leave, and I wonder what I did wrong. I have abandonment issues and a dead dad.
Wow, that got heavy.
You told me to open up a little.
I said a little, not all the way.
It's okay. Chad had to deal with this live.
Oh dear.
So, English.
It was the and a dead dad part I was cracking up laughing on.
Create an almost circle out of brown concrete, hovering 10 blocks or so above the floor. It should be slightly oblong, and the sides need to be turned up a bit toward the edges.
But at what point do I go to
Well,
therapy?
we actually resulted in close to that.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah.
Later.
I now understand why you needed to go down.
Yes.
Yeah. See, I thought it was 10 high, not that it needed to be 10 up.
I mean that's fair. UN
But I
rules are
did
very
try.
just obscure and
Yeah. Also,
All right,
my
step 2.
therapist told me I should try it.
Oh man.
Oh
Step
dear.
2. American universities add heat and replace circle tables to make 2 cowboy hats and here.
I read it like American because it was by itself on its line. So I did American. And then universities bring heat. So there's a lot of fire.
There is fire.
And then I was confused about the tables. So I just went ahead and built 2 cowboy hats.
Yep.
That's fair.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
Into hats.
The tables did not turn tabled.
Oh, how the turns have tabled. Oh, I made Virgo laugh too much.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Just the 2 of us.
I'm not sure.
Careful, my wife's
am I still here?
I'm trying to reconnect. Okay, I'm back.
Right.
I am attempting to reconnect to the server.
It's weird that both of y'all got kicked and not me.
Okay.
I thought they both rage quit.
No.
My jokes, they're too funny.
Back.
All right, step 2. Turn the circle into a hat by adding more brown blocks to create a dome on top. Leave a well through the center and divots on either side to make it into a cowboy hat.
So we did get a cowboy hat?
Yep, we resulted in a very good cowboy hat.
This is a very weird correction, but yes.
So we started with a pillar, and we did get to a cowboy hat. And a therapy session.
I feel like y'all are overlooking the therapy session.
I'm choosing to ignore that right now.
I think that's probably for the best.
Happy early Father's Day.
Oh my. Step 3. Head under the hat.
That's it?
That's it. Head under the hat.
I mean, that could have just meant go under the hat. Okay, I'm here.
There are heads under the hats.
But I
there
do
are now
like
heads.
heads.
This is a very good face over here. I like this face.
Thank you.
With the nose.
I am... Goodbye, Quimbly. Quimbly fell into the void.
Good luck finding your way back. All right, English. Build a cowboy's head under the hat.
Nice.
I did exactly what I was told.
Original?
Funnily enough, you did. I think you did it by accident, but you did.
It was absolutely by accident.
I feel like we got what you wanted, plus a whole lot of nonsense.
Yeah.
And therapy.
I promise this was not meant to be a political statement of any kind. I was not trying to comment on Quimbly's mental health. Yeah, I just wanted to see a cowboy in a cowboy hat. That's really all. And then y'all just burned down the universities and brought the UN in and got everybody else involved. And
when it was just supposed to be a nice
I
cowboy
I
head.
did none of those things. I put a cowboy head under a cowboy hat.
That is true.
I mean,
That is true.
for a second, I did think about glossing over universities, but then it's like, but then where would the heat come from? So.
It's true. It's true. I don't know why the university brings so much heat, but
it did bring a lot of heat.
It did.
So, Denalid, now you understand why I asked how deep the world is.
I do. I do.
Because I was told to put a head under the hat, and the hats were on the ground.
And you did. And you even made one diagonal, even though it was the wrong build for that.
I was inspired.
Oh. Well, that was interesting.
Chaos
Very
Titans.
interesting. I think Quimbly's winter scene is my favorite from the entire evening.
I think that
thanks.
I think that both of Quimbly's actually turned out to be quite nice.
Yes. I feel like you can't really go wrong with like scenery or landscape type builds, because I feel like my first time I played, both of my landscape builds came out pretty good too.
I went with the sceneries build for my second one.
Okay, I guess more
meadowy
builds come out good.
So you mean a scenery build that's not supposed to be an entire 60 by 60 mile area?
Yes.
What was the question about the Cowboys?
Oh, we were checking to see if they had mustaches, but they have maybe a milk mustache. That's about it.
They have teeth. I did not have room for a mustache.
I think that's fair.
Because if I go down farther, I can't place more blocks.
Well, as usual for Build Babble, we're over time.
Yep.
What's a time limit?
Well, thank y'all very much for playing. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.
Yes, absolutely.
Quimbly, I hope you get help.
Okay, that's not personal.
I mean, you did like
I'm
write
never
all
gonna open up again. Jeez. Closed book. Done. Never talking.
Quimbly, stop it. Get some help.
I can't. Denali told me never to open up again.
I did not tell you that.
That is not what he said.
I heard what he said. He said, Quimbly, you're too much. No one wants to deal with your problems. Please stop. I heard him. He was loud and clear.
Quimbly's mistranslating.
I think that must have gone through the translator.
Nope, it's what he said. I heard.
But yes, thank you very much for joining. Is anybody gonna continue streaming after this?
No, I'm probably gonna hop off.
I'm also gonna head off.
I'm probably just gonna finish troubleshooting something and then hop off.
All right. I'm gonna go over and see who's available for raiding then. If I can find the right tab in my 6 open browser windows.
Mm-hmm.
All right. YouTube, thank you for joining, but we don't have rating over there, so have a good week.
Okay, everybody. Well, that's the end of this Build Babble. It was so much fun.
Then I'll let me know who you're streaming if someone. I'll raid over also.
I didn't deafen. There we go. Oops. Okay, so I hope that you guys had just as much fun as I did. I definitely had a blast. It is so much fun playing this with these people. I don't know when I will stream again, because this is my first stream ever. Good night, JUnidude. But maybe I'll think about streaming again sometime soon. If I don't do it by myself, it will be another one of denalids Tuesday nights, with one of his things, something similar to this. So I hope you all have a good night, and I'll see you all later.